Micah Parsons has made quite the headline and quite the wave across Cowboys Twitter with talking about wanting to hit 23 sacks for the upcoming season. And I just wanted to see how realistic you guys think that is at this point.
23?
Yeah.
I need to look up the all-time, like how many people have cleared 20. That's an extremely high bar. Is Micah Parsons one of the few guys that you feel like could, like has that type of ability? I just don't know if he really gets the volume, like the pass rush volume.
Will the opportunity be there is the question. I think Micah can do it. Will the opportunity be there? Ooh. So TJ Watt tied it with 22.5 last year.
That's a lot to ask. Now, kudos to TJ because he did that in like 2 less games, I think.
I think he only played 13 or 14 games.
Yeah, so that was strong. But TJ Watt, I would imagine, has considerably more pass rush opportunities than Micah because Micah plays off ball, and they blitz him a lot, and they'll put him on the edge and do stuff. But to get to 23 sacks, you have got to be rushing the quarterback, you would think, on damn near every passing down throughout the entire season. That's a tough number to hit.
I'd probably say no. I don't think he can do that. I do like him saying the bars, the minimum's 15. I think that's achievable. He had 13 last year, and that's him just scratching the surface of his potential. Not thinking this is something he's going to have to do. All of a sudden, they lose DeMarcus Lawrence. Week 2, it's like, all right, we're playing the Chargers. Here you go, Micah Parsons. We're going to need you to rush off the edge. And oh my gosh, was that a home run? They really found something there. So this year, I think the fact that he's saying this, he knows it's something that Dan Quinn's going to want him to do. And I mean, look, the three of us, Brian, Eric, myself, we've been out there at these practices. DeMarcus Lawrence, Sam Williams, all these guys included. Anytime Micah Parsons working with the edge rushers, it's clear he's head and shoulders above the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
He's just a freak of nature.
Yeah.
And if he's got an opportunity, he's going to get home to the quarterback. To Eric's point, I don't think the opportunities will be there to break the record, but I think 15 is achievable.
Well, I think he can do it, because they're going to need to get aggressive. What we really need is for Neville Gallimore or for Osa Odigizua to show up on the interior. And now with Tank and Osa, there would be so much for the offensive line to worry about that you could spring him through on blitzes. And when you do line him up, there's so much pressure for the interior guys to help with. I think it's more doable than others because of his pressure rate, because of his sack rate, and because of how much he plays stand-up linebacker. It allows him to come free in situations where the guys he's competing against historically, they didn't get those chances.
It's a good point.
And I think
like
Dan Quinn's going to dial him up.
Yeah, with that interior rush with Osa, and I heard you guys talking about, I know The Athletic had that article about him and maybe that second year breakout, and I like that with Osa. I mean, I think Osa's been looking good as well, so could be onto something there, Gavin.
Do you guys have any fear just that offenses are going to be so much more Micah focused when it comes to the Cowboys defense, like offensive coordinators, play callers, like Micah's the guy that they're circling of this is the guy we have to stop? Do you have any concern about that, or are you like me where you think Micah is one of these transcendent dudes? Like everybody knew Lawrence Taylor was the guy to stop. Everybody knows Aaron Donald's the guy to stop. Everybody knows TJ Watt's the guy to stop, but you can't stop him. I think Micah Parsons a can't stop him kind of guy.
I think he is a guy that's on every offensive coordinator's mind. I think you're onto something, though. I think his ability, the quickness, the power, the strength, the leverage, the ability to finish where the quarterback is, I think all those things present problems. The way he breaks down offensive tackles, and if you try and double him and stuff like that, he's strong enough to split double teams too. So if it means that he's taking extra blockers with him, I mean we're going to probably talk about it a lot after games. Like, hey, they were able to get Osa home because of Parsons.
Right.
We'll be watching the All-22, and it's like, hey, did you see that twist stunt they ran where Micah took 3 with him, and they got Tank home on the other side? Stuff like that. I mean, I kind of feel like, though, yes, they're going to pay attention to him. Yes, I think once he started sacking everybody last year, I think they were paying attention to him, and it didn't work out well for those teams.
Yeah.
They still had problems with him.
What is there a sack assist category that we can add?
Ooh, there's not, but we should.
That'd be kind of cool, right?
Because they give half sacks and stuff like that.
That's the thing we used to talk about with Tyrone Crawford. Remember him? It was always when
he would do a lot of the dirty work.
Yeah, the inside pressure. All of a sudden, he's holding up, and then they'd get somebody home on the twist, maybe Lawrence or somebody like that back in that time. But yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of times where we talk about Micah being the guy that's helped them get sacks.
And you think 23 is within striking distance for a player like this?
Man, because I think he's going to have some games where he doesn't have sacks because of the attention he's going to get. But I think maybe the team will still be able to sack. Maybe it's not going to be him, but he might go on a run where he has 2-3 sacks, maybe 2-3 games in a row, and then a couple of games where he doesn't have a sack. So it's going to be about being consistent throughout, but he's capable with the ability he has.
And another thing to look at is the schedule with bad quarterbacks on it. They are more prone to getting sacked, more prone to getting mistakes.